Welcome to the Neutral Neophyte. I'm your host, Harvey Dent, and today I have a follow-up on one of my gut feelings that I had about Christopher Hauser. I just managed to find a coincidental connection between Heather Ann Tucci and Christopher Hauser. Now, if you don't know, first, I don't believe in coincidences. Secondly, Heather Ann Tucci, I believe, was the subject of a PSYOP back in 2017 when the information about the Federal Reserve came out and she and her counterpart Randall Bean were picked up, and that just basically put the brakes on our movement. It's funny how I stumbled upon this information because I wasn't even really looking for a link to Heather from Chris. I was doing research on Patrick Devine, another UCC trust law guru, but I'm beginning to realize that all these gurus are connected or have something very peculiar in common. I'll get back to that later. Now let's get back to the connection between Christopher Hauser and Heather Antucci. Now first, just to be fair, I must let you know that Heather Antucci knows many people. I mean, many people. She's known, okay? So this could just be purely coincidence, but she knows people like Debbie Thomas, the former bronze medalist figure skater. Don't know why she didn't hip her to the OPPT trust or the trust accounts or the TDA accounts, since her fall from grace and ice skating, living in a trailer park, 2 divorces, and no longer practicing medicine. By the way, this is just a little clue to let you know that Olympic athletes, they're with them. Anyway, back to the connection. Let me introduce you to Catwoman 777, also known as Christine Hauser. No, not Christopher Hauser, Christine Hauser. Well, it's gotta be more than just a stale Twitter account with the same last name and almost the same first name that I would be presenting as a connection. Back in 2014, Catwoman777 just happened to tweet about Heather Ann Tucci, Sasha Stone, and the One Network. She also had a couple of posts, actually just one single post, referring to the OPPT Trust and UCC1 filings. Now isn't that coincidental that Christopher Hauser is talking about private trusts in UCC1 and 1099A in 2022, and Christine Hauser was uploading and sharing information about the OPPT Trust back in 2014, almost 9 years ago. By the way, the OPPT Trust was Heather Antucci's baby. It never really got off the ground. They shelved the factualized trust document that she then dusted off and brought back out in 2017 to convince people that if they filled this document out, they would have access to their TDA accounts. And here's a UCC1 statement that she uploaded about the same time, 9 years ago. So am I saying that Christine Hauser and Christopher Hauser are the same people? No. Am I saying that Christopher Hauser and Heather Ann Tucci are the same people? No. I'm saying that this dude showing up a few months ago talking this private trust stuff with no presence on YouTube whatsoever before and mastering the algorithm, gaining quite the following, has almost exactly the same name as someone who was obviously working with Heather Ann Tucci, the subject of the PSYOP that shut down the Federal Reserve run that we were working on back in 2017. Highly coincidental. Yes, highly coincidental. See, Christopher, you have me confused with an encourager. No, I'm not an encourager. I'm just a researcher that is able to put clues together that make sense. You are connected to Heather Ann Tucci. No doubt about it. And the paperwork you're pushing is the same stuff she was pushing, the same stuff that everyone else is pushing, because everyone is working together to deceive you all. whether it's someone they found and propped up to speak in front of the camera for you, or using old audio clips from a quote-unquote deceased guru. That's right, Patrick Devine is deceased, yes. This is the only picture I could find of him. There's one other picture of him when he was younger, but considering he had the following that he had and was as vocal as he was, to only find one picture of someone and it being their obituary is highly coincidental. But that's the thing with these SPC gurus, I guess, with that amount of knowledge, it kind of makes them implode, like David Wynn Miller, another guru, dead. They're all dead. Or they're all fabricated, build a following and then terminated in order to keep the story interesting. If you don't have anyone to go to for questions, then you'll never find the answers or have anyone to blame when all the paperwork you file, money you spend, and time you waste ends up at a dead end. To those of you that want to come leave comments about how great the process is and SPC this, SPC that, good luck to you. I am not messing with the paperwork because it is obviously a distraction to consume your time and energy. Until you find your truth, keep looking.